Money's Disadvantage to Society Part 3, Prehistory, Processes of Money and its Emergences. Non-Monetary Exchange Chapter 1, Barter. In Politics Book 1-9 circa 350 BCE the Greek philosopher Aristotle pondered the nature of money. Aristotle examined everyday objects and gave them two uses, such as the original purpose for which the object was designed, and as an item to sell or barter. The assignment of monetary value to an otherwise insignificant object such as a coin or promissory note derives as people gathered the psychological understanding to put trust in each other and in external authority within barter exchange. Therefore, this means that the monetary value came out of collaboration of people within society and also a very authoritative figure that rules society. Society is in this endless loop of earning and spending money. Thus, the never-ending cycle of this socially constructed bullshit. With barter, an individual possessing any surplus of value, such as a measure of grain or a quantity of livestock, could directly exchange it for something perceived to have similar or greater value or utility, such as a clay pot or a tool. The sufficiency to carry out barter transactions is limited because it depends on a coincidence of wants. Therefore, the more demand equals the more creation or selling or obtainment of that commodity. The seller of food grain has to find the buyer who wants to buy grain and who also could offer in return something the seller wants to buy. There is no agreed standard measure into which both seller and buyer could exchange commodities according to their relative value of all the various goods and services offered by other potential barter partners. Chapter 2, Criticism. In the book Debt, the First 5,000 Years, anthropologist David Graeber argues against the suggestion that money was invented to replace barter. The problem with this version of history, he suggests, is the lack of any supporting evidence. His research indicates that gift economies were common, at least at the beginnings of the first agrarian societies, when humans used elaborate credit systems. Graeber proposes that money as a unit of account was invented the moment when the unquantifiable obligation I owe you one transformed into the quantifiable notion of I owe you one unit of something. In this view, money emerged first as credit and only later acquired the functions of a medium of exchange and a store of value. Chapter 3, Gift Economy. In a gift economy, valuable goods and services are regularly given without any explicit agreement for immediate or future rewards, that is, there is no formal quid pro quo. Quid pro quo, something for something in Latin, is a phrase used in English to mean an exchange of goods or services, in which one transfer is contingent upon the other, a favor for a favor. Phrases with similar meanings include, give and take, tit for tat, and you scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours. Therefore, simultaneous or recurring giving serves to circulate and redistribute valuables within the community. There are various social theories concerning gift economies. Some consider the gifts to be a form of reciprocal altruism. Another interpretation is that implicit I owe you debt and social status are awarded in return for the gifts. Consider, for example, the sharing of food in some hunter-gatherer societies, where food sharing is a safeguard against the failure of any individual's daily foraging. This custom may reflect altruism. It may be a form of informal insurance, or may bring with it social status or other benefits. Chapter 4, Emergency of Money. After the domestication of cattle and the start of cultivation of crops in 9000 to 6000 BCE, both livestock and plant products were used as money. In the earliest instances of trade with money, the things with the greatest utility and reliability in terms of reuse and retrading, their marketability, determined the nature of the objects chosen to exchange. So as in agricultural societies, things needed for efficient and comfortable employment of energies for the production of cereals and the like were the easiest to transfer to monetary significance for direct exchange. As more of the basic conditions of human existence were met, so the division of labor increased to create new activities for the use of time to address more advanced concerns. As people's needs became more refined, indirect exchange became more likely, as the physical separation of skilled laborers, suppliers, from their prospective clients, demand, required the use of a medium common to all communities, to facilitate a wider market. Aristotle's opinion of the creation of money as a new thing in society is when the inhabitants of one country became more dependent on those of another, and they imported what they needed, and exported what they had too much of, money necessarily came into use.